with so much happening in Nigeria and all over the world, well, Very That Black Man, Gist Lover seems to be the two, apart from Justice for Mohbad, that we are very passionate about. Gist Lover dropped a list and we are still waiting for the evidence of it. Very That Black Man was part of this list. And the man that you're about to listen to, Falz the Bad Guy, that's the son of Femi Falana. His name is Folarin Falana. He is a lawyer, musician. He was in this terrible story of Bob Risky, and he has decided to break silence. He has decided to send a kind of, I don't know if it's word of encouragement or warning or whatever it is that he's trying to pass across. He broke silence. He broke silence and he talked at length about this issue of him being tagged along Bobrisky as Falz the gay man. You know what I mean? And people have linked people that should not be linked together. But then it is what it is. We live in a world where certain things are not morally acceptable or accepted and culturally accepted. In fact, the biggest of it is the culture of it. The culture can be so strong. At times, people might do away with religion, but culture, people hold it dearly to their heart. In Africa, particularly Nigeria, certain action or acts are not acceptable. They are not accepted. And it seems not to draw the attention of certain Western dogs who are waiting on how to jump on Africa again and push down their agenda down the throat of Africans. They don't want the story of Bobrisky or some of these guys to now appear. They want the society to be hot on them, you know, like increase the temperature so that people like that can find their way to countries where such things are embraced. Falz the bad guy. Falz the bad guy. And some other dudes that most of you celebrate. These guys, I know it is not by force to get married, and some of them might decide to keep their relationship or their thing, or they might even have children somewhere. But the thing about dressing like women is the thing that does not sit down well with a lot of people, such as Burna Boy dressing like a woman. Is he trying to progress the agenda of the Illuminati so he can be given awards and be recognized and the doors open to him? Or they offered him a lot of money just for him to put on dress? Yes, Burna Boy puts on dress to perform. It is more of emasculating that African man, you know, it's an agenda. Also, about Falz the bad guy, let us hear what he has to say about Very That Black Man, because it's like Very That Black Man, he also has his own tapes on social media. It was leaked by Gist Lover. He has his own tape. Now, all of these things joined together with innuendos, insinuations. Oh my God, it's a terrible thing. Don't forget to like and share. Let's get right into this one.
First of all, a direct question to you will be, what do you think of his activism?
To be honest with you,
what do you think?
Ideally, you know, I probably would have said, I don't want to talk about it, but
You're one of the most intelligent people.
Yeah,
and
no.
you can walk that tight line.
yeah, it's not an issue for
Yeah.
me. And also because there's been quite some misreporting going on.
Facts.
To answer your first question,
Yes.
what,
What do you think about his activism?
I don't know much of it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know much of it. Prior to the first video where he mentioned me and my dad, I hadn't seen much of him. I hadn't seen.
Yes.
What I had seen, what I remember seeing was, I don't think this was probably like a while ago, some stuff about people that didn't have NAFDAC and they were selling products. And I thought, okay.
That was the beginning.
And
Yes.
at that time when I saw some of those clips, I was like, okay, this person seems to be doing
Facts.
something right. You know, this is a good cause.
Facts.
You know, but aside that, I wouldn't lie to you, I really haven't seen much of his work.
Which
You
can
know.
happen because social media algorithm takes people different ways.
Yeah. Now this person one day thought it wise to turn on his ring light, sit down, and via direct statements, insinuations, and innuendos, allege that myself and my dad connived with some certain individuals to manipulate justice and bribe the EFCC. And adding that the reason I've done this is because I have a homosexual relationship with Risky. Going further to say that my posturing as an activist, everything is false.
Yeah. How did you feel about when that came out? Personally, how did you feel?
How would anyone feel? It's horrible things to say. Absolutely no proof. Why would you just come and allege all these things? You have absolutely nothing to support all these statements. And this is why I say, when we speak about seed of discord, just ordinary Nigerians, I think also need to be a lot more careful in jumping into conclusions, and let's just look at things a bit more objectively, and somebody just coming up and alleging something shouldn't be the basis for which you draw your conclusion. What has this person shown to support this allegation? And what a lot of these people are now saying, why don't you face this? Okay, well, now, via my counsel, I wrote to the person that he's alleging or he's attributing all these statements to, and the person has denied that absolutely no money was paid to me or my dad for nothing. All these things are false, basically. So now you have to defend yourself, because he who alleges must prove. I have gone to court for defamation of character, because that's clearly what this is. Now, recently, it was reported that the court has ordered 500 million naira to be paid, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's false. The case of defamation is still very much in court. Yes, we have instituted proceedings for defamation because, of course, that is what this is. That is very much still ongoing. However, there's something called interim applications, which you can do. While a substantive case is still ongoing, you can apply to the court for an injunction
to hold on to something,
because this defamation still subsists. This video I speak of is still very much on his page, on his pages. He has not taken them down,
and the application was for him to take those down.
So the ruling that the court, exactly, thank you very much, the ruling that the court gave was take this down and desist from any further defamatory remarks pending the determination of this substantive suit. That is what that is. That is what has been decided upon. Of course, in my defamation suit, I'm going to ask for damages, because that is the only remedy available in a civil suit. I'll have you know that there's a criminal angle to defamation. I chose not to go that route.
So there is a criminal angle.
There's a criminal angle to defamation now. He could very well have been arrested. But this so-called narrative that they are peddling now, because now that's the narrative that, me and my family want to oppress this guy because we have legal muscle. Come on, man. I know they find trouble, Baba. I know they find trouble, Baba. I dare my day. You set your ring light, begin to talk all this nonsense about me, and you expect me to sit down? I afforded this guy a phone conversation.
Yeah, I wanted to speak about
SH0CK is a mutual.
Yeah.
I saw, when this thing first came out, I saw SH0CK saying on his Instagram live that he knew about it, something. So I called him. Waiting with this, Baba. So SH0CK must have called him, and then he reached out to me. And on the phone, this guy was instantly defensive. From the bro, try and listen. Like, what are you even already fighting about? And he said to me, without mincing words, he said, Shebi, you are a lawyer. Go to court. In my opinion, this person...
During the conversation to try to find common ground.
This person, in my opinion, wanted the litigation. Now, what he thinks that does for him, I do not know. I do not know what he thinks that does for him. I don't know if he thinks it will posture him as some sort of hero. But he clearly wanted the litigation. Without that conversation went. Because as soon as you posted this thing, I sent you the pre-action notice saying what you've posted is a load of bollocks, absolutely false. I need you to take it down and offer an apology within a certain amount of time. What did he do? Nothing.
I thought I saw, first of all, apologies from Sheon, and then I saw I believe I saw an apology from him too.
So Sheon Kuti did his because of the things he said on his live, but that's aside.
Yeah.
He didn't offer an apology. He said, and this was at the House of Assembly when he was invited to this panel, said a few words, some people are taking advantage to tarnish the image of my dad. Absolutely did not mention my name. Has been dodging mentioning my name ever since I wrote to him. That same day, posted something on his Instagram story at Falz the bad guy. Oh, I wish say you day here to see what's in the happen for you.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Bro, what are you doing? This is not an apology. This defamatory publication still exists on your page. What are you doing? What is this? And you people are trying to peddle a narrative that I'm an oppressor. Are you people listening?
Your track record.
Bro,
definitely.
Go to my comment section now as we speak. Go to my comment section.
Negative?
Go to read comments. Bro, just go read comments by yourself.
Negative?
You will see where people dey. And this is the reason why a lot of people say things like, oh, Nigerians deserve what they get. I don't like to make statements like that because really and truly, nobody deserves the amount of that we go through, bro. Nobody does. But when you don't take your time to carefully assess scenarios and you jump on cheap manipulation tactics and you then spew negativity at somebody for absolutely no just cause, of course people are going to say stuff like that.
People buy into that. What about the audio that he had presumed to have played, which alleged that the other person was saying what they had said?
And that's why I'm saying that audio now has been denied by the person that he's alleging was the author. And bro, he who alleges must prove.
Must prove.
So he has a lawyer. His lawyer has been in contact. So I imagine his lawyer would have explained all these things to him. So since he really, really desperately wants litigation, the rest of the explanation will be done in court.
Welcome to the world of insinuations, innuendo, and conclusions. All of these, according to the law of the land, can put you in that situation called defamation and libel. Yeah, the written one and the spoken one. So defamation is what Verydarkman is being charged for. They have given him an interim pause where he has been asked to retract within 21 days, delete from all platform. And Verydarkman has not deleted. He has held his ground strong, which obviously he will want to do. Refusing to get this removed from his social media handle will result to Verydarkman going to court. And now that Verydarkman has found a way to get into the hearts of people, by means of charity, saying that he's going to call out other charity who have been fleecing, stealing from people. And somehow social media has given Verydarkman that attention. Now that a lot of people are not because people have not been against the government or certain persons. And I told you guys that Falana, a well-respected man that would have gotten more support, he actually lost it during this journey of Mobad. Now, regardless, we all have come to realize and learn that certain consequences, yes, to a certain extent too, social media can help, such as what people sent out to Falana, telling him that if you are not careful, things will happen to your office, things will happen to your daughter, things will happen to, they've not even said anything about Falz the bad guy, maybe because of his name, bad guy. So they don't know what Falz can also be doing or want to do. So the thing is certain people on social media are saying they will come out and do the undoable. But it has to be with a lot of influence. And I'm kind of saying that social media influence might not translate to physical presence on ground to do what they say they will do to Falana, probably to stop him from proceeding. But you see, he has proceeded. They've issued the interim, and they're expecting Verydarkman to abide. If he does not, which Falz a bad guy, is saying that it seems this guy wants us to go to court, and if it is the court, so be it. We'll be going to court. And now the thing is court does not hurt anybody, does not. It is the court now. Case will not finish for an activist or online police. Case in court will not stop or finish for someone who has positioned himself or herself as online navigator, police, pilot, instructor, or gatekeeper, or vigilante, anything. You always go to court. You always have people who are after your life. That's the way it has always been. And that is how it will be. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that the Nigerian government fear, for you that might not be aware of this, the only thing that the Nigerian government or those that call themselves elite, either from the HOR, House of Rep, down to the upper chamber, Senate, down to the executive, rank and file, down to the men who built SH0CK, dead or alive, down to military, down whoever, business people, business persons, all of these people, there is only one thing they don't like. If you call them out that they stole, they are not the first and they will not be the last. It might be a bit embarrassing, but this has always been what it is. Have you ever seen them willingly give back what has been alleged that they stole, even when it has been established and it's no longer an allegation again? It is now like they have been indicted. Majority of them don't return it. They hold on to it with, in fact, some of them don't mind to RIP, because to them, they know that that money will translate into their children taking over. Now, what is this thing that they fear most? I'm sure you want to know. What is this thing that they fear most? What is this thing that they can RIP anybody for? Verydarkman is a tip of the ice. To them, Verydarkman is not a threat per se. Who is he? He's saying this. He's just trying to create a niche for himself. This is how many people created, just like SH0CK, until he said he wants to be president of Nigeria. From that day, his glory fell because he was not shaped and created for that position yet, or maybe never. I'm serious. That day, his glory fell. The day he said he will become president, and he went through the workings of it. From that day, the name of SH0CK dropped on the ground, and nobody values it or respects it anymore, or kind of give any kind of salutation to it. Let us be sincere. Yes, that's the truth. The day he ventured into it, if he had remained in his activism or whatever he's doing, he will still remain relevant, and people will gather behind him to do what he is called to do. Maybe he was never born to be president, but to be more of a police, online police, gatekeeper, society police, national police, or exposing this and that. Having said that, what is this thing that they are afraid of? Anybody that comes up to talk about separation, division of Nigeria, that person, if you last for 12 months, it is grace. Yes, if you are able to walk around freely for 12 months during the height of your let's break Nigeria apart, then you must have a lot of grace. Aside that, here and there, Verydarkman calling out this person in the prison system. These people are not blind. It's not like we are shocked. Like, wow, so Bobrisky did not sleep in prison. No. How can you be shocked when right there on the street, you see police officers extorting money openly, not a secret thing, from motorbikes, transport workers in general, from even private citizens? What are you talking? No one is surprised. But should we accept and make it a part of our life? No, we should not. agree to this. We should not accept it. We should not allow it. That's the thing. We should not in any way. Very important. So the likes of Verydarkman, yeah, they will do their thing. But one thing I've said times that number, Verydarkman needs to educate himself so that his prison time will be less. Because if your bones and body are broken, the street will move on. It's like soldier go, soldier come. It's like a church. It's like a mosque, a place of worship. It's like the street at times does not keep too much record of who is out or in. So if he wants to sustain, to retain, yeah, like I said, he has gotten into the hearts of people. They are donating into his charity. Maybe people will start donating to his legal battle. With that, maybe. But like every time here and there, going into battle, legal battle with certain people who have deep pockets, you will be drained, particularly if they have a way. These are like the Falana thing. He has thought about it. And he said something. He said, if not because I am fighting and I'm on a board to decriminalize free speech, he said he would have done it differently. So imagine if it was the other way around. It would have been back-to-back court thing here and then. Verydarkman, he has already accepted. He said, worst comes to worst, I will go to prison for 6 months and I will come out and I will still talk my talk. That's what he's called for. He cannot be afraid.